She got this Tennessee job, and people were a little skeptical at first because she comes from a mid-major. Marshall has no power conference experience. What's she going to do with that? At a place like Tennessee, where it's such a big brand, right? And there's people there who thought she doesn't come from the Tennessee Vols bloodline.
Yeah.
She cannot be part of this program. But very quickly, as I mentioned, she proved exactly what she can do. She brought in this high-powered offense, second in the country in scoring, 90 points per game. And she's done all of this with the cards she was dealt, right? A lot of players transferred out. She didn't have a ton coming through the high school pipeline. Look where they are now. Started the season unranked. They're 15th. The NCAA Women's Selection Committee actually has them as a 16 seed, which means they would potentially host in terms of the NCAA tournament right now. And there's a great stat in terms of what they've done this season versus last season. Look back at last year. 7 of their 13 losses by double figures. They only had 1 ranked win. This year, they have 3 ranked wins, by the way, and only 6 losses. Every single loss by 8 points or less, by 20 points combined.
That's how you know you have good coaching.
There you go.
And I think it's completely overlooked how much pressure it is. You mentioned it briefly, but to fulfill the legacy of Pat Summitt by not being a Lady Vol in general, going into that position is not an easy one. Coming from Marshall and having a distinct coaching style can go very wrong. But she made it go right. And I love when people are looking at the game and saying, oh, is this hockey swap normal? Yes, it's normal for Kim Caldwell, and it's working for her Lady Vols.
Yeah.
So far, she's been able to do what other prior Tennessee coaches that came through the Tennessee pipeline were unable to do, and that is establish a winning culture in year one, which is crazy. And it just goes to show when you have a process that works in terms of preparation, when you have your distinct style and the characteristics of your specific coaching, game planning, all of that, like when you have that set and you're able to execute, it doesn't matter where you came from.
I don't know if she wins Coach of the Year. There's so many great names, as I mentioned, but she definitely deserves to be in consideration. And oh, by the way, she's done all of this. No one on the list can say this. Pregnant, giving birth mid-season, and then coming back just a couple of days later.